Hey, you guys. I hope you're doing awesome. My name is Denise Walsh, and I always have to wait a minute because I never quite know when it's actually going live. But I'm going to refresh here on the page. We go live. I go live every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern to chat with you and answer all your questions about what it means to become a dream life coach, how to grow your coaching business so you can replace your full-time job and have consistent clients. That is what we want, right? You are in this group because you have a big dream, you have a big heart. Maybe you're already in the helping professions and you want to add value to the world in a new way. But the reality is it's like, I don't know how. Put an amen if that is you in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're from. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you have ever thought something like, I would love to be a coach and I'd love to work with people and I'd love to support them on their journey and help them heal through trauma and build a life that they love, but I don't really know how. Yeah, I know. That was me. I was actually a clinical psychologist prior to becoming a dream life coach. And I have found that therapy, counseling, right, is when you really are looking back to see why you are the way you are. And dream life coaching is all about creating the bridge from getting from where you are to where you want to be. And so today I'm going to share with you a few things that we talk about in the Dream Life curriculum and answer any questions that you have. If you are listening to the Coaching for Coaches podcast, be sure to join the free community group so you can be a part of these conversations as well. All right, so today we're talking about brain science, and this is one of my most favorite things because I love when the biology and fits in with behavior and we can make sense of things that often just don't make sense. So for example, I would define self-sabotage as when you say you want something but you're doing something else. And in essence, that doesn't make much sense. Why would you say you want something but then not do it? And it's that spinning the wheels. It's one step forward, two steps back. It's when you are maybe some self-sabotaging behaviors could be procrastination, perfectionism, feeling not good enough, like the worthiness aspect. It could be the judger. Your judger comes out where you're judging yourself or others and you're making maybe excuses or putting walls up for why you're not really going for it or even building relationships. It could be your self-sabotager could be a hyperachiever where you're doing and you're not really enjoying the journey or the success along the way, and what you do doesn't actually make you feel better. And so this unending cycle of trying and then feeling let down and then trying and then feeling let down and then trying and then feeling let down. And then the result of self-sabotaging over and over and over and over again is that you then lose trust in yourself and your self-trust gets disconnected. So then you can say, and you could say yeah, I'm going to get up at 6 tomorrow. But in your heart of hearts, you go, yeah, right. I don't trust myself anymore. I don't really believe that this is something I'm going to do. And so I kind of even don't say it. Or if I do say it, I don't believe it. So I want to hear that's me in the comments if that's something that you have experienced where you really have just lost self-trust because of the self-sabotaging behaviors that come again and again and again and again. So we don't want to self-sabotage anymore, right? We're so over that. We don't want to self-sabotage. We want to have self-trust. We want to believe that when we say we're going to do something, we actually do it. And we want to help other people experience the same thing because I can imagine that a lot of us are like this, right? And so you've got a lot of people on this earth who are kind of living disconnected, where they don't really believe in themselves. They don't really listen to themselves. They don't necessarily trust themselves. And that is a really negative cycle to be a part of. So, with that being said, I'm going to tell you about the biology that happens when we have self-trust or distrust, when we self-sabotage. And then I'd love to hear what you think in the comments as well. If you are listening to the replay, put hashtag replay, and I want to hear your thoughts and maybe what saboteurs you experience most. So what happens when we are self-sabotaging is we are often moving into what's called fight or flight mode. Your nervous system and your brain chemistry start to shift. Your cortisol levels go up, and you are now in what's called fight or flight mode. Now, this has expanded into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And so any of those things you can experience it, whether it is in chronic stress, like you're working a full-time job, you've got a full-time family, you have hobbies, you try to work out, you try to read, you try to eat, but you're like so overwhelmed with all the things that you need to do. It's like chronic stress all of the time. There's never enough time in the day, and I'm always late, right? And so that chronic stress can bring you into fight or flight mode, and a lot of people live here. They live in chronic stress, live in fight or flight mode. And so then, because our brain is like so focused, our cortisol levels are high, we don't think about long-term solutions. We're thinking about short-term gratification. And our saboteurs are on fire. We are making quick decisions. We are multitasking. We're not thinking through things. We're doing what's easiest. Okay? And now, you can be living in chronic stress because of life, because of work and family and all the things. You can be living in chronic stress or this fight or flight mode because of past traumas. Your body could have learned through the years of growing up with addicts, with abuse, with inconsistent parenting, with a lot of different things, right? You can learn to be living in chronic stress or fight or flight mode. And so your body can have this be our new normal. Like, this is our normal state of being. And so then sabotage becomes our normal state of being because we are always making the easier choice. We are overworked, we are overwhelmed, and we just want to veg out and relax, and we're not making the harder or disciplined choices. So, how do we get out of this self-sabotaging mode? We want to do what's called getting into rest and digest. Now, in my program, I call this the world of drama versus the world of dreams. You can call it the world of panic versus peace, chaos versus calm. You can call it, I've heard it called saboteur versus sage, but both are like, all of those words, just fight or flight mode versus rest and digest mode. It's like parasympathetic and sympathetic, and that's what's going on in your body physiologically. And so there's a few things that we teach within the program, and then we teach Dream Life coaches to do with their clients, because everybody needs to learn these skills. That's why the Dream Life coaching program, a 90-day U-turn, can be utilized for those who are in the corporate world. They need to learn these skills. For those who are managers or moms or trauma survivors or entrepreneurs, like, everybody needs to learn the skills to get out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest. Why? Because the world carrots us into fight or flight mode. I mean, how many of us went to school, went to college, got our degrees, they primed us for fight or flight mode. Kids these days have so much happening. School and extracurriculars and friends and all these things. They're chronically stressed as a 16, 17, 18-year-old, right? And so we are used to being in this go, 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 go mentality, and we don't learn how to get back into parasympathetic mode. And so that's what we teach in 90-day U-turn. That's what we teach overall in the Dream Life pathway, where we're talking about head, heart, feet. Do you know what you want? Do you believe it's possible? Do you know how to go get it? Being in that alignment, getting yourself back online so you can hear yourself again, so you can hear those dreams bubbling up, So you begin to build self-trust so you actually follow through on the things you say you want to do. Now, here's the deal. Whether you're already in a coaching experience, like you already are a counselor or a leader of some kind, the dream life pathway and these skills to help people get out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest and make decisions out of that space, right, are tools that, number one, are going to help you, but number two, are going to help your clients. Whether you're in nursing, whether you're in teaching, whether you work with people now or you want to work with people, these are skills that are going to help you get the best out of your clients and give your clients the best results. Now, if you're somebody who wants to build a side business and you want to have a path that you can guide people through so that they can experience their own success, then the Dream Life Coaching Program is for you as well. So whether you want to use it with what you already do, or you want to create and market your own program, or become a Dream Life Coach and market 90-day U-turn, both are options as you learn this content, because once you know it, you guys, like, you can't unknow it. It's so much fun. And I have people tell me all the time, like, they will show these videos to their kids and they'll practice these exercises with their teenagers. They will use it as part of their homeschooling curriculum. They have, like, once you know this content, you can't unknow it. And that's why it's so, like, it's very easy, or it's exciting for people to learn it and then go, oh my gosh, I need to incorporate this in my content too. And which is why they upgrade to become a Dream Life Coach. So your brain and your body are smart. The problem is that our world pushes us all to be in fight or flight mode in one way or another. And so we get to intentionally retrain our brain, retrain our nervous system to live and rest and digest. And so if you are interested in learning more about the Dream Life Pathway, if you want to experience this yourself, then consider joining my 12-week program called 90-Day U-Turn. It starts up again. We typically launch it 3 times a year. It will start up again in September. And you can join it as a client, or you can join it as a coach. And so if you want to join it as a client, you can then upgrade if you want to become certified down the road. If you join as a certified coach, you go through 90-Day U-Turn first as a client so you can experience it yourself. And then you come back as a support coach, which allows you to get practice working with people who are clients within the program. So I know that this content has been crazy helpful for just about any walk of life, which is why Dream Life coaches can choose whatever niche they're working with, they want to work with, they're excited to work with, and the content will mesh and, like, fit within whatever their niche might be. So I hope that this was helpful. It's like combining the science and even some quantum physics and the biology with the emotions, but, like, there's a reason why we do the things we do. And once you understand the biology and how the brain and body work together, we can then hack it. And that's kind of what we learned to do in 90-Day U-Turn. So put hashtag 90day if you are interested in learning more, and I'll reach out to you as the doors are opening this week and we start in just a few weeks. So we'd love to see you there. Have an awesome, awesome night, my friends, and we'll see you next week.